Luka and Kyrie are currently on an impressive run with the Dallas Mavericks, but even if they win a title this year, it still might not be the wildest Maverick story of 2024. The big question that has everyone talking is, why did Mark Cuban sell the team? When you look at the numbers, the sale is hard to ignore. Cuban bought the Mavericks for under $300 million and just sold 73% of his stake at a valuation of $3.5 billion, making around $2.45 billion in profit. Financial experts will tell you that $2.45 billion is an enormous amount of money, but for Cuban, this wasn't just about making a profit, it was personal. Cuban wasn't just an investor, he was passionate about the Mavericks. How many owners would argue with refs or even get into a physical altercation with one? Cuban cared deeply about his team. So why sell, especially when the team is valued at billions and Cuban's wealth is in the billions as well? When asked, Cuban famously said he wouldn't sell even for $3 billion. For someone like Cuban, who's one of the wealthiest people on the planet, money might not be the driving factor, but something changed. The buyers are Miriam Adon and her son-in-law, Patrick Damont, an unexpected choice for many. Miriam Adon, the widow of casino mogul Sheldon Adelson, is the fifth richest woman in the world, worth $3.4 billion. While she clearly doesn't need another $3 billion, her interest lies in expanding her casino empire. She's the majority shareholder of Las Vegas Sands, the casino company built by her late husband. After the sale, the Mavericks are now the second richest team in the league, a jump from 13th under Cuban's ownership. However, this financial shift doesn't hold the same weight due to the NBA's new collective bargaining agreement, which has made it harder to buy success with deep pockets. But still, this deal is set to make Cuban a lot of money. He retains a 27% stake in the team, which is expected to grow in value. The Adons have made it clear that their plans involve legalizing gambling in Texas. If they succeed, it would position them as the family that brought gambling to the second richest state in the U.S. Miriam Adon could potentially become wealthier than she already is, reaching new heights of wealth similar to tech moguls like Bill Gates. But is there a darker reason behind Cuban's decision to sell? Despite Cuban's substantial wealth, he's not immune to financial challenges. Over the last few years, he's faced significant losses, especially in the cryptocurrency space. During the pandemic, Cuban invested heavily in a cryptocurrency called Titan, which promised massive returns. Unfortunately, Titan's value plummeted, and Cuban was left apologizing to investors. Even worse, Cuban is facing a $5 billion lawsuit tied to another crypto venture called Voyager, which went bankrupt due to overlending and mismanagement. The sale of the Mavericks might have been a strategic move to recover from these financial hits. It could also simply be a matter of Cuban wanting to be part of the booming Texas gambling industry. However, Cuban isn't the only one selling franchises. Since 2020, several NBA teams have changed hands, including the Utah Jazz, Timberwolves, Suns, and Bucks, all at record prices. Even Michael Jordan recently sold the Hornets for $3 billion, despite his tenure as an owner being considered a failure. This flurry of team sales points to a bigger shift in the NBA. One potential explanation is the upcoming media deal, which has been projected to increase team revenues significantly. However, lower TV ratings, especially for the NBA Finals, suggest that the market for live sports may be changing. Just like the housing bubble burst in 2008, the NBA may be facing a shift that could impact team valuations, even if it doesn't result in a major collapse. So, is Cuban's sale a sign of trouble for the NBA or just a strategic move to protect his financial future? Or perhaps it's neither. Only time will tell.